What's good everyone, yadiiiig 4 eyes 2 G's here, and today we're here to talk about Gucci Mane, the Atlanta hip hop legend who is back again with another album dropping this week. And in this video, I wanted to reflect on his influence and take a look at the long line of artists that he is responsible for putting on in the game. As we all know, Gucci's place in hip hop today is one very few occupy. He's by far one of the most respected OGs, with nearly every recent Atlanta artist citing him as an inspiration. And even though he has been dropping music for well over 10 years, he is as relevant as ever. On top of this, he isn't the type of OG to talk down upon the newer wave. Rather instead, he welcomes everyone with open arms, as we've seen him collab with everyone from Lil Pump to Lil Yachty to Cardi to Kodak to 21 to even Jake Paul. And today I won't necessarily be focusing on his music influence in terms of how he has influenced the sound of hip hop, but more so the artists he has helped out by playing a role in their success, either through his label 1017 Records, where he has signed numerous artists, or even just through a cosign. I won't go into detail for every single rapper, but I'll focus on the ones that have really been able to take off and have major success. Also guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow your boy on all social medias, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. But moving on. And let's first begin with an obvious one, Waka Flocka Flame. And although the two have grown apart over the last few years, with them publicly beefing on several occasions, back in late 2017, Waka would let us know that there's love between them and he's happy Gucci is doing well. Having said all that, one thing beefing or a soured relationship can't erase is history, and that's exactly what the two have. Originally not even being a rapper, Waka has known Gucci for the longest and would be around Gucci on his come up, and eventually when he did decide he wanted to start rapping, Gucci would actually be the one to add the flame part to his name. Gucci has played an instrumental role in Waka's rise to success, as Gucci's cosign would help him get his feet wet in the game. He would also sign to Gucci's 1017 Records, and Flocka Valley would be the first official release on the label that wasn't Gucci's in 2010. The two have collabed numerous times, including a collab album together, and although it looks unlikely we will see a reunion anytime soon, we can always hope. And next we move on to the Migos, and there isn't really too much to say on the stature of the Migos right now. In the last couple years, they've been able to take their sound to the mainstream and then some, becoming worldwide sensations. However, Gucci was on them very early on, collabing with them various times throughout 2013, including featuring on YRN, and then in 2014 would collab with them for the Green Album installment of his World War III series. As I said earlier, Gucci is one of the most respected by fans and artists alike, and a cosign from him is a certification of sorts in Atlanta culture and makes people pay attention. And speaking on Gucci's cosign, Quavo and Takeoff had this to say.
Yeah, that was our first major look in the city. That's what stamped us in the city. That's what kept us going in the city. That's what made everybody open their eyes up in the city. Like, go out stamped a lot of us, you know what I mean? So.
And moving on, we get to Young Thug. Interestingly enough, before Young Thug landed at 300 Entertainment, he was actually signed to Gucci's 1017 Records. And if this wasn't enough, Gucci actually signed Young Thug before hearing any of his music. Pee Wee Longway, another signee of Gucci's, would co-sign Young Thug and tell Gucci to sign him. And that's exactly what Gucci did, despite hearing none of his music. And although Thug wasn't in 1017 for long, the stamp of approval from Gucci early on would prove vital in his career. To say Thug wasn't a conventional street Atlanta artist would be an understatement, even more so back in 2013 and 14. So I think Gucci co-signing him would help people get adjusted with him and maybe even give him a chance despite his quirky aesthetic and voice. And over the years we've seen the two collab again and again, pun intended, dating all the way back to 2013 with songs like Nigeria or Miracle, and they would even team up for projects Young Thug and Maine LaFleur and the Purple Album installment of Gucci's World War III series in 2014 for full-length efforts together. In terms of rappers, those are probably the most successful of the artists that we saw Gucci co-sign very early on before they were popping in their careers. But the list of names doesn't end there. In terms of producers, he has played instrumental roles in the come-ups of people like Zaytoven, who has been working with Gucci for well over a decade, with the two both getting their first mainstream hit together on So Icy. Another producer Gucci helped break was Mike Will Made It, it, the two have a rich history together, as Gucci was the first big artist to ever hop on a Mike Will beat, with him producing for Gucci back in 2007 on Gucci's No Pad No Pencil tape. And with the help of Gucci, we've seen Mike Will and Zaytoven both go on to conquer hip-hop. In terms of lesser known rappers that Gucci has helped put on but aren't quite on the mainstream level as those previously mentioned, the list is endless. People like OJ the Juice Man, Young Scooter, or Pee Wee Longway have been associated with 1017 Records in the past and have all been co-signed by Gucci. But then there are a host of newer artists that Gucci is signed to 1017, like Rallo, Hoodrich Pablo One, or Asian Doll, who are all making moves right now and are looking to have bright futures with the help of Gucci. And that's all from me today, guys. Again, just to reiterate, this wasn't an exhaustive list, and I only wanted to go into detail on the bigger artists, but I hope that gives you a general overview of Gucci's influence. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, follow your boy on all social medias, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video.